Breaking news happening right now as it's only the early days of November and authorities are reporting that Mariah Carey has been thawed out too early. The global pop icon and self-proclaimed Queen of Christmas, known to naturally defrost every Black Friday at 12:01 a.m. Eastern, was reportedly released from her cryogenic chamber nearly a month ahead of schedule. Let's go live right now.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm currently standing outside the Fortress of Solitude where panicked scientists are frantically attempting to refreeze Miss Carey. Crews are scrambling to reinforce the ice walls as Mariah continues to belt whistle tones at dangerously high frequencies. Oh boy, that was the sound of a nearby Starbucks window exploding. Officials say hearing just one sustained note before Thanksgiving can trigger early onset Christmas spirit. And if the situation isn't contained, we might end up hearing department stores blaring "All I Want for Christmas Is You" on repeat right now. That's of course the worst case scenario, but we're clearly not prepared for that level of joy this early.
Wow, thanks for that shocking report. We'll continue to monitor the situation, but authorities are urging the public to remain calm, do not hum Christmas music for any reason, and if you hear sleigh bells, simply lie flat and wait for it to pass. Meanwhile, if you or someone you love has already listened to Mariah before Thanksgiving, please seek help immediately. Coming up next, scientists are testing industrial-strength Mariah Carey canceling earmuffs, while citizens practice the ancient art of silent caroling to avoid premature Christmas cheer. Back to you.
You're doing fine. You can handle this.
Pull yourself together. You can handle this.
Oh, you think you can handle this, huh?
I'm okay. I can handle this. Can you?
So you think you can handle it?
Think you can handle that?
Yes, sir.
We both think you can handle this.
You fellas can handle this thing any way that you want.
We're going live. 3, 2, 1.
Ta-da! Ba-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. It's a bit noisy in the background, Beartooth. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. It's been a week since the last show. It's been a week. I don't know why I didn't think to tell you guys I wouldn't do a show on Monday, but transit, and then I got in about 3 in the morning when I got in bed, Sunday night, Monday morning, so was not doing a show. Anyway, but Dennis, I appreciate you reaching out and checking in to make sure I was, still alive and in the ether. Appreciate you. And I appreciate you guys showing up this morning. Jeez, it's been a week. You may have found a new love. You may have found a new thing to do. You're like, Friday morning, you're like, something's different. Oh, what is it? The bagel tastes better. I don't know what it is. Well, I appreciate you being here. We'll talk a little bit about the Packers adventure. I didn't really prep much into the show as far as that because I threw enough stuff on social. Most of you guys have probably seen it. Seen the pictures and the adventure therein, but I will say if one does ever make a pilgrimage to Mecca, as I did, or to your favorite stadium or whatever, do yourself the courtesy of making sure you take the stadium tour and pay the little bit of extra for the extra part of the tour or whatever. It's worth it. It's a cool experience. We had a nice tour guide. Really, our trolley tour guide was the best tour guide. No offense to the stadium guys, but, the guy on the trolley was awesome. Cheers to him. His name was Randy. Randy from the east side. But, happy hump day. Happy Wednesday. A beautiful day ahead here. Sunny and 72. Sorry, Stone. I'm going to sing. Preach it from the top. It is National Love Your Red Hair Day. So if some of you are blessed with such things, good for you. Good for you, Super Chief. It is Flux Capacitor Day. We'll touch on that. It is National Chinese Takeout Day. So now I feel obligated to have Chinese takeout today. Last night I smoked like 8 chicken breasts, big old Sam's Club chicken breasts off them chickens that just Arnold Schwarzenegger chickens. Anyway, smoked chicken breasts. We had that for supper with some green beans. And the green beans with the almonds and the cranberries up in them, all, roasted. Touring Lambeau on Tuesday. John, I think Dad and I both kind of agreed that was a real highlight, the trolley tour. Because, it's historical points in the city, and you get out a couple photo ops like the old City Stadium, things like that. or Citi Field. But the storytelling that goes along with it and all of that, you'll hear a tiny little bit of that kind of history on the stadium tour, and they were back to back, so I have direct comparison, right? The stadium tour was like a nyeh, and the trolley tour was immersion. It was excellent. It was excellent. So anyway, and the trolley's heated. Should it be brisk? So yeah, do the trolley tour for sure, and get some Chinese takeout today while you're at it. Also, I made it a point to try to immerse my father in the Wisconsin experience as much as possible. So my dad had never had Culver's. We have one in Cape, never had Culver's. It's all the way over in the Cape, right? So night one when we got in, because we were just dead beat, I stopped and picked up a 6-pack of Spotted Cow, and we had some Culver's, and he had a chocolate malt, and we just Wisconsined it up, eh? So it was awesome. The drive was pretty good too. Lots of wind energy farming going on up north there in northern Illinois and so forth. Lots of wind farming. Lots of the big windmills. The intrusive thoughts took over a lot this weekend. I'm that guy who would want to go try to kick a football and get it hit by the fan blade, I did let the intrusive thoughts win while we were in the stadium because a young dude in front of me had one of those fuzzy visors that makes you look like you're going to host a food show on meth. You know what I'm talking about, with like the fake hair that's all fuzzy. And I couldn't help it. I had to rub it. He didn't know. Yep. Bringing the hot hands too, for sure. Yeah. Dude, have a blast. Hopefully you'll have better football than we did. That's the only downside to the trip. The sports ball was mediocre at best. It was just some shitty football. They did not play good football. Womp womp. Right? It's hard to get that decibel meter going, but 80,000 people in this bowl was something else. Oh, and we were packed in there like friggin' sardines. Sorry, I sound more Chicago-y than Green Bay-ish. And boy, they love their beer. Cheers to that. 2 cases of Spotted Cow brought back. And a couple of Sixers of Leinie, because they've got some of the Leinenkugels up there that you can't get down here too, like the dark lager and stuff. So anyway, I digress. We got a whole packed show today. I've got a Weird News XL, not because it's multiple stories. I have 3 stories in the Weird News today, but they're pretty good-ish. Let's get this TIQ out of the way. I have a feeling, I don't know. I'm hedging my bets that Lorraine is going to score the TIQ today. I don't know. I'm just feeling like this is a Lorraine-ish day. So, 40% of people have one of these in their family. What is it? 40%. Close to 40%. 39.278. I don't know what the actual percentage is. Man, I feel like I got something like dried on my eyeball. Is there crusty on my face? I don't see any. Today's TIQ is sponsored by St. Francis Healthcare. That's really the only mention they're going to get. They got a lot of marketing money. They could actually pay for that. A brother cousin. To Appalachia we go. I mean, you're not far off, right? I don't know. TIQ, close to 40% of people have one of these in their family. A brother cousin, a homosexual, a smartass. That's closer to 90%. A Democrat or a Republican. No. Keep guessing. Left-handed. Ooh, good guess. Let's get into some birthdays. We only have a few birthdays today. Only a few Facebook pal birthdays today, but hey, when you're collecting diamonds, you only need a few. So happy birthday to Mickey Ketting, mother to Patrick and Mikey. And that's really saying a lot, Left-handed. No, not it. Mickey, happy birthday. Happy birthday to Mike Mills. Mike Mills, one of the best bearded wonders and a great guy and a super dad, and I hope to give him a high five soon, maybe even this evening. It is a beaver moon after all. Happy birthday, Mike Mills. purveyor of fine beverage. Once upon a time, quite the brewer. Mike's crafty. He gets around. A bird as a pet. No, but that's a good guess. An autistic person. No. An athlete. No. Close to 40% of people have one of these in their family. Now, my leaning toward Lorraine has really no basis in fact or anything. The winds whispered Lorraine. It was almost like an old West movie. It was like Mariah, but instead it said Lorraine. A kitty. No, but they should. And if you need one, we can find him. I guarantee. A step sibling. John, you're so close. You're so close. A family Bible. No. John's on the cusp. We'll see if somebody snatches it up. Mike Mills' birthday and Herb Hokey's birthday. Herbalicious. I don't think they're ready for this jelly. It's Herb's birthday. Happy birthday, Herb. Be celebrated today. A drug dealer, a divorcee. No. Nope. I'm talking you were inches from the guardrail and then steered back out of it. But you almost snatched it. Country star Tucker Whitmore's 26 today. Good for him. NFL star Odell Beckham Jr. is 33 today. Is he injured? How's he doing? How's Odell? Step parent. No. Nope. Cult leader. And I'm only not giving it to you. I'm just guardrail. Kevin Jonas is 38 today. Congratulations, Kevin. Go get him. Jason Kelsey, 38 today. Happy birthday to you and to your beard, sir. Luke Hemsworth is 45. You know who Luke Hemsworth is, right? Of course you do. Tell him happy birthday if you see him. A prisoner. No. A diary. Interesting guess. No. Golfer Bubba Watson is 47 today. Bubba, happy birthday. Lead guitarist and keyboardist from one of my favorite bands of all time, Radiohead, Johnny Greenwood, is turning 54 today. Happy birthday to Johnny Greenwood. Really, Darren, you're into Radiohead? I love Radiohead, but only at certain times. Radiohead is not a band that's in a mix. I don't do a mixtape with Radiohead in it. I don't play, I need Radiohead time when I listen to Radiohead. Ow. That was my finger. Sorry. Sam Rockwell's 57. Famke Janssen is 61. Tatum O'Neal, 62. Tilda Swinton is 65 today. Step kid. Nope. Calculator. No. Brian Adams is 66, and he says, please forgive me. I can't stop loving you. Canadian treasure, Brian Adams, 66. Robert Patrick is 67. Kris Jenner is 70, and Art Garfunkel is 84. A winter's day in a deep and dark December. Man, Simon & Garfunkel, when I was a kid, my mom listened to a lot of Simon & Garfunkel. My Simon & Garfunkel and James Taylor and Linda Ronstadt, stuff like that. That's a mom influence, and I freaking love Simon & Garfunkel songs. One of my favorite things to get to do is to sing The Boxer with John Lord. Been a long time. All right, step kid, a diabetic. No, but good guesses. Keep going. I'm telling you, we were so close. And then skirt. So close. But I'm not gonna pull. No, I can't. I can't give it to you. God, it was so close. A bastard. No. But yes. But no. I'm a sweaty bastard, sweaty bastard, sweaty bastard. A tattooed member of the family. No. Today in 1935, the board game Monopoly was launched. Hooray! Causing family fights all across America. but good-hearted family fights. When your 9-year-old holds all the properties and strips you bare of all of your assets, that's Monopoly. 20 years later, in the movie Back to the Future, on this date, Marty McFly arrives in Hill Valley, fresh from 1985, in his life vest. Doc Brown invents the flux capacitor when he slips off his toilet. Right? Is on this date, magical date in 1955. Have a divorcee in the house or in the family? No. No. Adopted kid? No. Nope. Gosh. Oh, this one might have legs now. It might dance a little bit. We'll see. You're going to be mad when you get the answer. In 1959, on this date, speaking of football and all things foosball, the American Football League was formed in 1959. The AFL, the American Football League, later merged into the NFL in 1967. But the AFL's original 8 teams were the Houston Oilers, the New York Titans, the Buffalo Bills, the Boston Patriots, the Los Angeles Chargers, Dallas Texans, Oakland Raiders, and Denver Broncos. Those were the original AFL teams. A single parent? No. A foreign exchange child? No. 1966, the Monkees hit number 1 with Last Train to Clarksville. And I'll meet you at the station. And you should have brought a sandwich, because this train is freaking late again. Do-do-do. Oh, no, no, no. It's a good song. Got a good hook. A twin. That's a good guess. Not it. 1988, the number 1 song in the land and one of my least favorite songs ever created, Beach Boys, Kokomo. Kokomo. Bob and Tom show, I don't remember specifically who, but at one point they aired a parody that a guy wrote called Camel Toe of that song, and it's hilarious. But I'm not going to play it right now because I don't have it. 1994, 45-year-old George Foreman becomes the world's oldest heavyweight champion by knocking out Michael Moorer, not the movie guy. Been abducted by aliens? No. The dogs are saying, let's go. It's all right, John. I'm telling you, you gave me the answer, just not the right answer. 2007, the Android mobile phone operating system was launched, courtesy of Google. I got an Android, wherever the frick I put it. Oh, look at there it is. Any important text in this morning? I don't know. Who cares? Showtime. By the way, I'm wearing my alumni shirt from SEMO Marching Band this year from the homecoming game. There you go. There's SEMO Band's alumni, Southeast Missouri State. I probably just gave it T-shirt nipples. But anyway, this is a golden eagle, not a blue eagle. Green screen doesn't allow the yellow to show up, but that's to show the bridging of the golden eagles and the red hawks. Plus, caw, bitches. We don't say caw. That's not a thing here, by the way. Blue-eyed, homeschooled, seen Bigfoot. Nope. 2018, Victoria's Secret unveiled their new fantasy bra. $1 million over-the-shoulder boulder holder. Holy crap. 2,100 Swarovski diamonds took 930 hours to create. Swarovski crystals, I would say. They're not going to be diamonds. Well, I guess they were diamonds. 2,100 of them, $1 million value. Dude, what is wrong with my eye today? Positive vibes all day. Thanks, Crystal, and right back at you. Just like a tennis racket. Sending those positive vibes back out. $1 million bra. You know, what one little diamond fell out. I was like, oh, no, I don't know what happened. It might be on the dressing room floor. I don't know. Bloop. Got paid. And R.I.P. Aaron Carter passed away in 2022 on this date. Aaron Carter, some of you, that was like childhood music. That was your childhood pop music. That was divorce era pop music for me. Oh my gosh, look at that on the horizon. Ahoy! It's Stone Richards, Weather Lord. And Stone's got good news. He brings tidings of great joy. It's a nice weekend ahead, or a nice week ahead, I should say. Sorry. Today, high of 72, sunshine aplenty. Sunshine on my shoulders. Take it, Stone. Makes me happy. And tonight, low of 42, clear skies. Clear skies tonight for the full moon. The beaver moon, a super beaver moon. Biggest beaver moon you're going to see tonight. Big sharp pointy teeth. But yeah, it's a beaver moon. So get out and enjoy the beaver moon. Low of 42, clear skies tomorrow. Sunny, high of 66. Thursday night, low of 54. Partly cloudy because Friday, dun dun dun. High of 72, but 50-50 chance of showers pretty much all day from like 9 a.m. on. And breezy, like 5 to 10 mile an hour winds. Whoosh, 18 mile an hour gusts. Whoosh, oh my hair. Oh my hair. But a 50-50 shot. But that's going to clear out Friday night. Mostly clear Friday night. Low around 44. And then Saturday, a little cooler. Sunny with a high of 68. This rain, though, is going to be followed by a cold front. Woo, Lord, here we go. Sunny on Sunday, but a high near 48. 48. 72 on Friday, 48 on Sunday. Back in Green Bay weather. And breezy. That's going to make a wind chill thing a factor. All right. Monday, 44. Veterans Day, sunny, 52 for the high. And that's a look at your weather forecast provided by Stone Richards, Weather Lord, and Endorsee for the Good Feet Store. Because look at those corns. Thanks, Stone. It's Brekkie Bits time. Ukrainian Brekkie Bits. Look, he's breaking through egg. I will come. It's the new birth, new world. All right, let's see. Let me catch back up. Alicia, half sibling. No. But again, quite close. Quite close. Homeschooled, seen Bigfoot. Are mentioned as they, them, they. Using different pronouns. No. Christian. No. Identify as a dolphin. Are trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty? No. Are Nigerian princes? No. All right, let's get into some Brekkie Bits. Breaking through with this one, former Vice President Dick Cheney passed away Monday night at the age of 84. Complications of pneumonia along with cardiovascular disease, some issues there. He'd previously suffered like 5 heart attacks. He had heart attacks while he was in office. And a heart transplant. They did what they could for Dick. The guy he went bird hunting with can finally rest. Poor guy. People magazine is named, sorry, that was terrible, regular weed smokers. No. Alicia's the closest guest now. She's just right fucking there. People magazine has named Jonathan Bailey as 2025 sexiest man alive. Jonathan Bailey. You know Jonathan Bailey? He was in Bridgerton, Jurassic World, Rebirth, Wicked. He is also the first openly gay man to win the honor. So congratulations to Jonathan Bailey. Once again, left out of the running. Right here. Sorry. Maybe if I had better lighting. A sibling. Yes, ma'am. That is it. We had step sibling from John. We had half sibling from you. It is just a sibling. 40% of us have one of these in their family. It's the triple cowbell threat. Booyakasha! Ah, man, see, I did it again. I keep moving the mic. Leave the mic alone, Darren. I have placed it as such. Sit still and look pretty. I'm trying to keep it, low enough that it's not up in my craw. But you got it. Alicia got it. Everybody clap and applaud. Go nuts. Go nuts, Cardinals fans. Go crazy. All right, so let's get the TIQ scrolly off there. Good job, young lady. Bonus kitty snuggles. And 10 points to Gryffindor. 10 points to, wait, you were Hufflepuff, right? 10 points to Hufflepuff. All right. Continuing with Brecky Bits. If you like to plan ahead and you're into your old school Christmas movies, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer will be airing on NBC starting on December 5th, 8 p.m. NBC. NBC chimes. You know what pitch those are? You know what notes those are? I think it's CAG. Doom, doom, doom. I can't remember anymore. We played that in our marching band show. It was fun in college. Ravenclaw. That's what it was. I knew you told me before and I could not remember. Ew, sorry. Sorry to get you all Hufflepuffy. Ravenclaw all day. Cacaw. The Return of Tracker on CBS drew 12.97 million viewers for the season premiere. That's up 17% from last year's season premiere. That's a good show, Tracker. I like it. It's not all fluff. It gets a little dark sometimes. It gets a little edgy. Plus, he's just really good at tracking shit. It's like MacGyver without all the cheese. Look at, MacGyver burger. No cheese. Carly Rae Jepsen got knocked up, by the way. She's married. Her and her husband are expecting, her husband Cole Jepsen, I don't know. Cole and her are expecting their first child together. Congratulations. So call me mommy. Alphabet's Waymo is hitting the gas on the robotaxi rollout. They're going to expand to Detroit, Vegas, and San Diego. Their goal is to have 1 million autonomous rides per week by the end of next year. Would you be comfortable with that, the robot drivers? I don't know. I grew up watching Demolition Man. I don't necessarily want to have Johnny Cab dropping me off somewhere I don't want to go. Yeah, Tracker, Lorraine, is great. Yeah. That's one. Also, and I don't watch it as religiously as Carrie has, but I keep up relatively with it. But Watson, that's another good one. Good job. I haven't watched yet the Gist or the Gift, Gil or something. What the fuck is it called? I don't know. It's on, I think, Netflix. It's a hospital drama. Maybe it's on CBS. I don't know. But the dude that's in it, new medical drama. The dude that's in it is like got a Emmy or whatever. So he did a good job. Good for him. OpenAI just inked a $38 billion deal with Amazon. That is their first official partnership, OpenAI and Amazon. That could be a big deal. Amazon stock through the roof as soon as that went down. Microsoft, on the other side of the coin, is investing $15 billion in the UAE, the United Arab Emirates, over the next 4 years, doubling down on global infrastructure. The UAE is a different animal, kids. This is how the world is changing, so try to keep up. I'm barely there. The Pit. Thank you, Alicia. Yes, The Pit. I don't know why I couldn't remember the gift, the git, the tit. The Pit. Got it. As in Iceburg. David Beckham, football player from England. David Beckham officially received his knighthood from King Charles at Windsor Castle on Tuesday. So now he is Sir David Beckham. And that means Victoria, Posh Spice, is now Lady Beckham. Tell me that's not a Cinderella dream come true. If you want to be my lover, Posh Spice. Snack. Tom Brady has confirmed that his dog, Junie, was cloned from a previous dog that he shared with ex-wife Giselle, Lua. You heard it right. They got a divorce. He cloned the dog. You're messing with the powers that shouldn't be messed with, Tom Brady. This is how Pet Cemetery starts. Thanks, Tom Brady. Hey, let's talk about, while we're on the subject of dogs, how many of you guys, the holidays coming up, Thanksgiving around the corner, right? Leftovers, doggo. If you got a doggo in the house, getting a little bit of this. I'm not gonna lie, I cut up some turkey or whatever for the cats. But unseasoned. You wouldn't make sense, right? You're not giving your cats barbecue sauce, all that nasty shit. You just give them some turkey. Here you go. I chop it up real small so you don't choke on it, you nasty. Chew, damn it. Anyway, we like to give little treats to our four-legged friends, maybe sometimes under the table while they're dreaming. Benjamin J. Carter, DVM, Doctor of Veterinary Medicine, owner of Animal House Veterinary Center in Delray Beach, Florida, has got some tips, some guides before you sneak your dog some human treats as we get into the Thanksgiving season. Mel B's going to be real jealous. Yeah. Those racist bastards. I wonder what the rest. I know Jerry Holloway, whatever her name is. She went on, solo stuff, and Sporty Spice did her thing. I turn to you. She had all that. But I don't know what Scary Spice did. What's Scary Spice doing these days? What's Baby Spice up to? What about 11 Herbs and Spices, the backup dancers, Thank you, St. Francis Healthcare, for sponsoring today's TIQ. Things that are okay to give your doggo from the table. Okay, sweet potatoes. It's a low-calorie veggie, loaded with insoluble fiber that will keep your pup full and keep his system running smoothly. Just skip all the buttery mashed in stuff and the marshmallow topping and just roast the taters, and you can give them to the doggo. Kind of pure and natural vibe, right? Have some sweet potato. Thanks. So sweet potatoes, that's an easy one. Another easy one may not necessarily be a Thanksgiving meal time thing. I don't know, depending on what you eat. But peanut butter. We always say, oh, you hide the dog's pill in peanut butter. Well, there's a reason that shit works. Dogs like peanut butter. And peanut butter is rich in heart-healthy fat. So just treat them to a lick off the spoon or whatever. But the unsalted kind is best. But peanut butter, yay. Now, here are some things, a couple of things that you can give your dog, but limited portions, right? For a couple reasons. You give them too much, they might just yak all over the rug. Oh, well, there's a Thanksgiving memory forever. Hooray. Dog puke, terrible. You were known as Old Spice? Yes. I was known as Garlic Spice. Made the vampire one quit. Bread and crackers, okay? For many pups, wheat isn't necessarily a harmful thing, okay? Excuse me. But it also doesn't really have real nutritional value. A piece of bread is probably fine. More than that is just excess calories, okay? Just kind of like for the rest of us. So bread and crackers, it's okay, but, man, we dropped a Ritz on the floor. Damn. See if you can catch it. Oh, you're a good boy. That's cool, okay? That's a lot of salt. Meat and cheese. A little bit of Swiss cheese, a little bit of turkey, like I mentioned, chicken, salmon, ham, meats, a little beef. That's okay. A bite, a small bite. Any more than that, could lead to nasty things happening on Thanksgiving. A little case of the Hershey squirts, perhaps. A little diarrhea. Gross, Darren. It's early. Well, this is the reality of giving your dogs too much meat or cheese. By the way, too, if you're giving them meat, take off the skin and oily bits. Just give them just the protein, just the meat. Skin, oily bits can actually cause pancreatitis in your dog. So, there you go. Pro tip. And just say no. Garlic. Really, Darren? Yeah. Now, look, a tiny bit that's cooked in a dish that it gets a taste of, that's one thing. But if your dog eats like a clove's worth of garlic, like you just got a dog that's like a goat that eats whatever the shit's lying around, oh, well, this is roasted garlic. Shit. Garlic can actually cause anemia in dogs. It can break down red blood cells and cause anemia. So if your dog eats a whole freaking clove's worth of garlic, he's a dumb dog. You're not a cute boy, but you're a dummy. Also, call your vet. And grapes, and I think I've mentioned this before. Not only for the choking hazard part, that's really not the reason. The fruit is toxic to dogs. Really same for cats. Even the smallest amount of grapes need immediate vet attention to flush out. Okay, same goes for chocolate, by the way. Not a urban myth. No grapes, no chocolate, and no garlic. Okay? That's a bad dog owner if you give them those things. Please don't. All right, there's some tippy tips there. It's 5 after 8. Let's go ahead and we can go ahead and do some did you knows. Hey, look, it's Steve. I feel like this guy would be named Steve. I like stock photo dude. I don't know, stock photo dude. Let's call him Steve today. Steve, it's Wednesday Steve. He may become Friday Steve or Monday Steve, depending on when he shows up again. Your neighbor feeds his dog blueberries. I feel like blueberries are okay. I feel like I've seen blueberries like mixed into something as like dog food things. I don't know. I don't know much about dog food. Don't know much about Purina. Don't know about that blue dog food stuff. Blue Diamond, is that what it's called, I think? I don't know. When you wake up, you get out of bed. Do you make your bed? People who make their bed after waking up tend to have a better memory, according to research. I don't believe that. I make my bed. I make my half of the bed. I, floof it, pull the sheets up. Mainly just because I don't want cat get on the bed. I don't want him tracking, might have a little litter on his paws. It's the reality of having a cat. I don't want litter in my bed. That's fucking gross. I don't want to lay down and go, it's gross. Father time. You can double your memory capacity, by the way, by sleeping with an infuser or other essential oils. Should try it. Get one of them little things that looks like a Hershey Kiss that poops out the steam. Little infuser. Makes your room smell better, too. But you can double your memory capacity. Go from 2 megabytes to 4. What did I say? Here, pull out your keys. The average American... Oh, look, Darren, is that a new key ring? It is a new key ring. Look at that. It says Packers, and it's got a bottle opener. And, of course, the green screen makes the letters disappear. You dick. The average American has 5 keys with them right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm keeping it up for a couple of you. And this, technically, I guess, is a key if you do the switchblade. I don't know, whatever. Hey, I'm on my Facebook Live.
Hi, I have to get a case of Rip It.
Oh, well, excellent. We're getting some of the Kofeld Distributing provided Rip It Energy. Cracking a can. See ya. Good. I'm glad it's going somewhere. That shit's been sitting in here for months. So the average American has 5 keys with them. Good for you. Nearly half of people say if they're going to work out, they prefer to do it at home. Yeah, I guess so. One on the fob. Mine has a switchblade key, right? If your battery goes dead, you still got a way to get into your Jeep. But it didn't want to open, so I probably need to clean that. When people were asked in a survey, what would you miss most if you traveled back in time? If you went back 1,000 years, okay? Substantial amount of technology, right? What would you miss the most if you went back in time 1,000 years? 1,000 years. You know what came in first place? Flush toilets. Yeah, I agree. I would miss flush toilets. I don't like pooping in a hole in the ground. You're right. Elisa's like, yeah, I'd be oppressed. Help, I'm being repressed. Look, it's an example of the violence inherent in the system. Flush toilets, number 1. Do you know the game Scrabble? I do love a good Scrabble game. Haven't played in years, but I do love Scrabble. Scrabble was originally called Lexicon, and then after Lexicon, they changed it to Crisscross Word, CRISSCROSS, Word. Then they went to Scrabble. Catchier. Oh, let's see. Nah, phone calls. You make many phone calls. Phone calls are 60% shorter now than they were 10 years ago. You hang up. No, you hang up. It's not really a thing anymore. Bye. We talked about Victoria's Secret's $1 million bra earlier. Did you know almost 4 million bras are made every day? That's 8 million boobies out there with brand new bras waiting for them. 4 million bras made every day. That's a lot. What's the number one thing in your home that you have too many of? Everybody says this, apparently. The number one thing in our homes, people say we have too many of these. I have too many of these. Hangers, like coat hangers. I don't feel we have too many coat hangers. I feel like we have too many things to hang up. What time is it? 8:11. Okay. Let's wrap this up. That's dumb. Oh, men, how many of you have never worn a tuxedo? Never. High school, you were ring bearer when you were a child. At some point, you wore a tuxedo. 1 out of every 10 men has never worn a tuxedo. Only 10% of us. Which means that the tuxedo rental industry still kicking, still doing well, you know? Do you own a tuxedo? I have no need for a tuxedo. Bah. The next time I wear a tuxedo, will either be, honored at a banquet for all of the hard work and technical production for this morning show, or probably at my daughter's wedding or my son's wedding, provided I make it that long. You have 4 Scrabble games? I've got a couple. One with the rotating base. That's kind of the one you want to play with, because remember you want a new perspective, and everybody agree you turn the board a quarter or turn it all the way around. If you're at grandma's house, you'd put it on the big lazy Susan and hope that nobody turned it too fast so that the centrifugal force didn't make the tiles slide off, and they'd be like, "You blew it!" And then you had to remember, no, you were on a triple word score, remember, because this. Got to figure it out. Anyway, that's it. Number one thing kids stick up their nose. We've talked about this before. Crayons, crowns, for some of you people that say it like that. Crayons, number one thing. What's the number 2 thing kids stick up their nose? Crayons is number 1. What's the number 2 thing? Equally gross to put up your nose, but it's French fries. French fries. French fries are the number 2 thing. I know you're thinking it was cocaine. That's just Tony Montana's kid. A finger. I mean, yeah, a finger seems very logical. All right, so we got some weird news. Like I said, it's kind of a weird news XL, I guess. Just because they're a little, normally the weird news is like a 25-second read. These are maybe 60-second reads. Holy shit, Darren, really? Yeah, and don't worry. I'll drag it out. Here's number 1. We're going to, and some of these are kind of take up too much space. Number 1, police in southern Poland were shocked to discover that a 9-year-old boy was behind a dangerous laser incident that nearly blinded pilots mid-flight. Holy crap, look at that. This kid, that's literally from pictures from the cockpit. The kid had a green laser and was shining it at passing aircraft over the town of Nowy Targ on the evening of October 31st. Halloween night. 9-year-old Polish kid out there fucking with planes. Video footage, as you see, of the event shows the bright lasers striking the plane as it flew overhead, and the video it was flashy. Let's be honest, it's like the flashy you would expect. It's like, oh, okay, well, but it was still in there. And when you're flying a plane and that shit comes through, and it gets diffracted by the windshield and all that stuff, it's bright, scary. That's scary. Illegal everywhere. Prompted immediate concern from aviation authorities, so investigators quickly traced the source of the light to the house, to the child, who was reportedly unaware of how dangerous his actions were. Mom, Dad, oops. Pointing a laser at an aircraft in Poland is a punishable offense that can result in hefty fines, though in this case, police confiscated the device and issued a warning. So, remember, dads, just blame the kids. Let's go to our next one, our next story. You like the movie Elf with Will Ferrell, you know? It's Santa! Elf is good. Elf is a good Christmas movie. It's, I like it. I haven't seen it in a lot. It's not I have to watch Elf, but it's more, a little younger than me. Got to watch Elf. It's a good movie. Hooray. They stick a rotary phone up their nose? Oh, no. Have one of these in their family. Oh, Elijah, you can guess away on that TIQ. And I'll see if you get it. It's not that, though. We had the answer way earlier. Alicia nailed it. Hefty. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so the iconic green and yellow elf costume that Will Ferrell wore in the movie Elf. It's heading to auction next month in London, with estimates topping $260,000. The hero version suit features Ferrell's name on the belt, tunic, and stockings, and even carries a handwritten tag reading Hero 3. Bidding begins at $65,000 via the Prop Store Winter Entertainment Memorabilia Auction, should you want to go blow some cash, you Bitcoin millionaires. Collectors expect far more, though, for this actual screen-used piece of movie memorabilia. Also up for grabs in this auction, memorabilia from films like Back to the Future, The Empire Strikes Back, some serious star power in this auction. The suit, though, is not just a piece of clothing for fans of cinematic history. It is a tangible link to a beloved festive classic. So go get it, Elf. Hey, and that's good for him, Go make the money. I don't know who gets that. Our last story. Whoa, Darren. Is that Jessica Rabbit in a Hooters outfit? I guess so. AI prompt. The Hooters restaurant chain. You remember they went bankrupt, right? The Hooters deflated, boarded up. Yeah, Hooters are sketchy, man. You drive around, you see a Hooters on the side of the road. That thing looks, what's going on in there? Are they selling crack out of there now? Plywood in the windows. It's bad shape. The Hooters restaurant chain is set for a significant transformation. Its founding group, Hooters, Inc., has reclaimed full ownership of the brand. The original owners, the original founders, have finalized a historic acquisition of Hooters of America, which was the separate entity that had been running most of the chain's location, the one that filed for bankruptcy earlier this year. Hooters of America, out the window. Hooters, Inc., back in. This is a new strategy. This change in leadership is a new strategy called re-Hooterization. Re-Hooterization. Sorry, your eyes are up there. My bad. Re-Hooterization. It's a plan to steer the company away from the image it had recently adopted. This new vision is a direct return to the brand's 1983 roots as a casual, local beach-themed hangout. Immediate updates being rolled out. I assume there's still some Hooters open somewhere in the country that this is happening at. Not anywhere I know. Anyway, they're returning to the original server uniforms, the one that helped us through our troublesome teenage years in the late 80s and early 90s. The iconic orange shorts and white tops will replace the bikini cut bottoms that they had kind of transitioned to, the hoochie mamas that had been drawing criticism. Those are out. They're back to the old school booty shorts, the Hooters shorts, whatever you want to call them. CEO Neil Kiefer emphasizes that this shift is part of a, quote, renewed commitment to a more family and community-focused atmosphere. In addition to the uniform change, the company is adding It's simplifying its menu to focus on higher quality, fresher ingredients, bringing back the legendary hand-breaded wing recipe, using grade AA butter for wing sauces, and offering wild-caught fish and fresh-cut salads. The founding group will now operate the majority of Hooters' domestic locations and plans to invest in restaurant renovations and equipment upgrades to rebuild trust with customers. Good-ass wings, still going to make you shit your pants. But more tasteful Hooters. And there you go, Dennis. There she is for you. And my scroll is going into her shorts. All right. It's Hooters. All right, time for Warms and Fuzzies. Obligatory, yes, opening day, yes, the Hooters are going to be opening up and hiring the Tone Deaf All-Stars to start it all off. Warm and Fuzzy time. It's 8:21. The Urge is just finishing on air. I like that. WLKY, Louisville, Kentucky's local station, says a 62-year-old Louisville man was recently rescued from a burning home. Firefighters arrived around 9:40 p.m. to find the man trapped in the basement. The man was successfully rescued. Fire officials are investigating the cause of the fire. Glad he was rescued. Brave fireman getting that man out the basement. Gossip Cop says a Missouri couple. This I don't know if you guys have caught this. This one got a little virality out of it, but I did see it kind of come across my feed last week. Gossip Cop says a Missouri couple came to the rescue of a girl on a roller coaster. This happened at Worlds of Fun in Kansas City, and it was not a world of fun for this girl. It was a friggin' nightmare. But Chris and Cassie Evans were sitting in front of this girl on the roller coaster. Her seatbelt allegedly failed. The theme park conducted safety checks and later reopened the ride. Chris says, quote, "I looped my arm underneath the lap bar and I grabbed a hold of her wrist. My wife was pushing down on her legs." Scary, scary. Now, I don't know the situation of who's at fault, but I don't care. All that. All I know is they safely got back and that girl probably peed herself, but she was alive to tell the tale. So, scary stuff. But a warm and fuzzy because they stepped in and just helped the girl from flying out the roller coaster. Whew. Scary, scary, scary. And our last warm and fuzzy, just a little good vibes for an old folks moment. Ontario grandfather Neil Carter just won his third big lottery prize in the last 9 years. Somebody tells me he needs to call 1-800-BETS-OFF. Anyway, he won a $1 million instant jackpot. Didn't have to wait for numbers to be done. No. Just instant gratification. Here's $1 million. Neil plans to buy a new home, secure his family's future with his winnings. His previous wins were for $15,000 and $350,000. The latest big win came from a quick trip to buy some groceries. "I'll get a lotto while I'm here. Hey, Lucy, I'll take the lotto, eh? And go give me some Hortons." Well, good for him. Good for Neil. Good for his family. I'm sure that's going to be a boon to them. And enjoy your red hair today on your National Red Hair Day today. I need a flux capacitor as well, Dennis. I need a little more time. I hope you guys have a great Wednesday, whatever the hell day it is. I'm telling you, taking days off is just calamity. Before we bail, a little bit of a plea to you guys who are local. Tomorrow, we'll be set up at Schnucks. It's going to be a beautiful day today, right? Pretty warm. High of 72, a little toasty. You're not thinking about, I got to go through my coats. I got to get rid of my winter gear that doesn't fit anymore. I lost some weight. Good for you. I gained some weight. It's okay. But you got winter things that don't fit. Maybe the kids outgrew their shit you bought last year. Whatever. And tell your friends here locally. We'll be at Schnucks in Cape Girardeau tomorrow from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. with the Salvation Army for our annual Coats for Kids drive with River Radio. We're taking your donations of gently used winter wear, hats, coats, gloves, scarves, decent muck boots, whatever those kind of items are that you got, that winter gear. Bring it by Schnucks. All right. And look, if it's got shit all over it, it's got holes, it's all ragged, throw that away. Let it go. But if it's still usable, still wearable, the Salvation Army will take all these items, and they set up like a shopping experience. They're obviously not spending the money. Some of the things, they'll people will donate cash for or whatever. But the whole point is they set up this store. Families can come in, kids can try on coats and get set up with the winter gear they need for this year. And it's free, and it's a courtesy of the Salvation Army, and it's because you guys donate that winter gear. So come through tomorrow. I'll be there from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. with Eric Shawn throwing down. And we'll be there all the way till 6 p.m. You don't even have to get out of your car. You can just roll up, do a drive-by, and say, I got some coats and shit. Pop the trunk. We'll get it. Okay? Easy peasy. So that's going on tomorrow. Also, it's Spaghetti Day, supporting the Cape Parks and Recs Foundation over at the AC Brazzi Arena building. You want to get your pasta on? Spaghetti, mostaccioli, garlic bread, drink, dessert, salad, all that. Go for it. So there you go. So there's your Thursday info. You guys go out there and do it to it, eh? And I'll see you guys on Friday morning, the 7th. I'm relieved to say that I have less busy this month. I actually cooked dinner Monday night and Tuesday night. Holy crap. I had 2 evenings to cook at home. It's pretty amazing. Feels good. Anyway, I will see you guys on Friday. One last time for the people in the back row. There's our AI Hooters girl. I got to say, the AI did pretty well with creating a Hooters girl as described and keeping it, relatively tasteful. Not that there's ever anything tasteful.